Happy Mardi Gras!
Yeah.
All right, bike shop doom and gloom. Well, not today. March 4th, 2025. Fat Tuesday Mardi Gras party was in the house today. So look at the streets filled with the aftermath. You know, but what I wanted to talk about was, you know, there's a lot of doom and gloom in the bicycle industry. But today I felt the opposite. Like, we had the bike shop full of happy people, all types of people. People from all over the country were here. A lot of local Biloxians were here. A blend of people that all had bicycles in common. And if they weren't they normally a bicycle rider, they were hanging out at the bike shop today, feeling the energy of the bicyclist. You know, so of course I opened up the shop to all my friends and customers. One, because there's not a hole. See that porta potty over there as a line. And if you were here at the bike shop, you know, I had a bathroom in there. I had a grill setting out. I had a tent up here, snacks and food, and I love being part of this community. And what was nice is this is a generational community. That means people have lived in this generation, families for years. And it's not in a strip mall. If you do have a bicycle shop in a strip mall, I'm not cutting you down or anything, but I'm just happy that Little Biloxi Bicycle Works is part of the neighborhood. And today we had thousands of people here walking through the bike shop, you know, getting excited about bicycles. Like I said, even if they normally wouldn't be at a bicycle shop because of the parade today, they were here. I had my bicycle mechanics were off today. It's a Tuesday, and they're hanging out over here. They're normally fixing bikes, and today they're partying with the community. And there's a lot of people that were interested in talking to a bicycle mechanic. You know, sometimes during the day I got to protect them a little bit. They are paid by the hour, and their job's not to sit and talk. You know, mine is. Their job is to work. They do work with customers on their, you know, explaining bicycle repairs and stuff. But sometimes, you know, I mean, people have long-winded conversations, and I'm there to block them, let them know that, you know, these guys are getting paid by the hour and I need them working. If you have bicycle questions, ask me. I'm the shop owner. I'm also a mechanic. But today they're free to talk as much as they want. And, you know, sometimes I want to say free. You know, sometimes a bicycle mechanic is busy and concentrating, and when people want to come up and ask questions about, you know, how to tune a derailleur or something, that's, you know, they don't mind sharing that knowledge. But sometimes it's not something that you can talk about while you're working and while you're trying to tune a derailleur for someone. And, you know, in a way, that's how they get paid, by having that knowledge. And it's not that they want to keep that knowledge to themselves, but they realize it's not an easy question, and it's not an easy thing to do. Yeah, you can watch a YouTube video about how to tune a derailleur, and you might try it and get lucky and do it right. But most of the time, there's a reason we call it a bicycle professional. People can argue that fact, but these guys are trained, they're knowledgeable, they're experienced, and today they're able to share that knowledge freely with people. And I also let people know, hey, look, it's their day off too. Like, they want to party and they want to have a good time. Anyway, it was just a good mix. As you know, I did a doom and gloom. I tried not to. It was really supposed to be a message of hope, but it echoed through the community that, you know, Biloxi Bicycle Works is challenged. You know, and I think that the title of that is financially challenged. I'm going to change that because of, even though we are, is the truth, but it's a challenging business. But you know what I'm thinking of is that we need the bicycle industry to have bicycles, to have excitement. So I think the bicycle industry, as I am a bicycle retailer, I have to think about what they're going through, trying to source carbon fiber, trying to source you know, aluminum, the raw materials, and what that takes to order and getting their factories so then they can make the bikes to ship to us. even logistics. There's a lot of both sides of the story. So I want to make this positive. Today was a great day in the bicycle shop. I did a bunch of little short videos. I'm going to try to stitch them together. I'm not going to spend a whole time doing video editing. Just some raw clips of what we experienced today in the bicycle shop and the excitement of it. So there's a lot of videos that I want to talk about. I want to talk about some of the ideas you guys, my viewers, have had to, bring revenue into the shop, spark business, and believe me, there's a lot of that stuff that I've thought about, and some that I haven't. So I appreciate everything. But when you get into the nuts and bolts, it's so easy to say, "Hey, work on e-bikes." Well, we do, but I want to get a whole video of why sometimes your bicycle shop doesn't want to work on a bunch of e-bikes that you can't get parts for, and you've got to store. Well, I shouldn't say can't. It's hard to source those parts. It takes time to find parts. It takes storage to hold the bikes while parts come in. There's problems with the cheap material that we have to work with, that we know if we fix the motor, we still have brake issues. And if we fix the brake, the motor wiring can burn. I mean, there's a lot with e-bikes that sometimes a bike shop doesn't want to get into. I need the work, so I'm trying not to turn down stuff. But I want to make profitable work in the bike shop, and some of the consumer direct e-bikes and stuff just aren't a profitable business at the moment. And it's easy to say work on e-bikes or do rentals. I mean, there's insurance. There's a lot of insurance concerns. Selling used bikes, even. I've been talking to my lawyer and my insurance company about that, and there are some hurdles I have to jump into before I can just sell a used bike out of here. And I want to talk more about that. There's so many videos that I want to talk about. I get excited about the bicycle industry, and I get off track. But I'm going to get more focused and do some videos on the bike shop. Like look at these. I've got so many awards through this community. We even had a Biloxi proclamation. The mayor gave me a proclamation. He sees the potential in cycling. He sees all the cycling. He sees the work we do. A lot of different awards. This was an expansion award. Gosh, and now I'm going to be doing the opposite. I'm going to be shrinking rather than expanding. But I'm fighting to survive. I want to be in the bicycle industry, and if it takes me to get rid of this beautiful shop that I've put my heart and soul into and that I love, I try not to overuse that word love, but I'm very passionate about this bicycle shop and the customers that come in it and the community around it. And I've got to also blend that with my own financial needs and not be a selfish shop owner. But I also have to pay my bills. So anyway, with you guys, the community of YouTubers out there that's following this stuff, just know I don't want to be always doom and gloom. It's not the heyday of BMX like it was. Times have changed. 2025. You've got a lot of legal limitations, and people always say, why, Bart? Well, I'm not a lawyer, but when I talk to my lawyer, when I talk to my banker, when I talk to my insurance agent, there are definitely some maybe not so fair concerns or liability issues that we have as a professional bike shop with liability insurance before I can just go sell a used bike without making sure that everything is right first, which I want to do, but also making sure everything is right first puts time into that bike. Time is money. Money on a used bike raises the price. There's a balance there, and I'm sure I'll find it. And when I do, I want to broadcast that and let you guys know. So just know it was a great day in Biloxi Bicycle Works. I want some positivity in the bicycle industry, and I do think that even though we are facing some challenges in the bicycle industry, we want to keep the bicycle industry alive. I don't want to just blame the heads of state of these big companies that overproduced without talking to each other. And now the market is flush full of these bikes that are now going on sale, where the small bicycle dealer like me loses margin that already was working off such a small margin anyway. I know there's a lot of subjects that I want to spin off of that, but let me just say that today, March 4th, 2025, was an amazing day in the bicycle shop. We made some sales. I'm surprised. Traffic was gridlocked. There's thousands of people who can get in here. We still sold 4 bikes today. A lot of them were 4 beach cruisers, basically. But, you know, they were Electra, which is a Trek brand. Trek treats me well. You know, I don't want to say fantastic or amazing. Be a Trek dealer and you'll make a bunch of money. No, I mean, I'm not going to make my minimum amount of shipping. So that's going to eat into my margin a little bit. But, you know, all in all, I'm glad I'm a Trek dealer. I'm in a small community, so we don't have enough roofs per mile for Trek to put a factory-owned store in Biloxi, Mississippi. You'd have to be crazy to open a bike shop anyway, so I'm not really worried about competition because the bicycle industry is in trouble. Everybody knows it. You know, today, you know, people are coming up to me and they heard about the bike shop industry crisis. I want to kind of turn that around and see if we can work with the industry to see if we can, you know, find a happy medium like other platforms have done. The automotive industry, I think, is doing pretty well. I talked to someone that, you know, works at BMW here and they're having a stellar year. So, you know, we're challenged at the moment. But I want to keep the bicycle industry alive, you know, and I'm talking about local bike shops, you know, independent dealers like myself, neighborhood bike shops. I think there's a path forward, and I'm working really hard to get there and try to have boundaries with my own work-life balance as well, because I've crossed those boundaries a lot over the last 5 years, and I'm really starting to realize that. So the burnout's a real thing. It's hard for me to say burnout on bikes because I'm a bike freak. I love bikes. Look at this cool picture my friend Danny gave me. I'm just going to end on that note. There's a couple customers of mine and me riding bikes with a sunset in the background, right, you know, a mile here from the shop. So let's get some positivity into the industry. Maybe that will spill over and fill our cups full. I'm a bit optimistic in my head. You know, the glass is usually half full rather than half empty. And I want to go into tomorrow with that type of feeling. So anyway, let's keep the bicycle industry alive. And like expand on this energy that I felt in the shop today. Maybe we could turn that into enough money to keep going. And, you know, right now I want to make sure my employees are paid. I want to make sure my mortgage is paid. I want to make sure my insurance is paid. I can survive for a little while, but I want to eventually, you know, get some money myself. I don't want to do it selfishly. Anyway, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube. I'm going to do a whole lot more on the bicycle industry because I'm actually living it. You know, I'm living. I'm in my little bike shop right now. It's not a dream. Sometimes I wish it was so I could wake up. But I have a good life. And I have a lot of friends and I have a lot of community out there that supports bicycles. I'm not saying it quite supports bicycles financially. So I'm going to find a way to make that happen and keep everybody happy, including my own integrity. So, and if not, I'll be living down by the river in a van, which doesn't seem like a bad deal either. But I'd rather own a bike shop and spread the love of cycling and make a couple bucks. All right, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube in Biloxi Bicycle Works in Biloxi, Mississippi. Watch my upcoming video. I'm not a great video editor. It's just going to be a bunch of Mardi Gras bicycle stuff put together, but it was a good day. There's my card. Bart Luther, Biloxi Bicycle Works. I always call it my little bike shop, but I do have a business partner, and he's in on this too. So over and out from Biloxi Bicycle Works. Bicycle Radio. All right. Well, you guys know I'm toying with the idea of having some guided tours in Biloxi for cycling, gravel cycling, beach cruising, road cycling, mountain biking. We've got it all. And we also have crawfish and potatoes. So if you come for a tour, a bicycle tour in Biloxi, be ready for about anything. And look, if you come, we'll throw you a party. So if you've never been to a party like this, gotta come to Biloxi. Kenneth, thanks for the comment.
Absolutely. Anytime, my friend.
I try to tell people come to Biloxi, ride bikes, and party.
Ride bikes and party.
We can't promise a party like this every day, but at least once a month. Well, no, actually, we party more than that around here. See the shrimp boat, the lighthouse, and all these fun people this town will welcome. Like, I'm gonna have a little crawfish here. And think about coming down here to ride bikes. A bicycle rider, Bart. We got Hollis. What's up, Hollis? How you doing, my friend? I was just telling people to come down to Biloxi and ride bikes with us.
They can do that, but don't tell them don't come down here right now.
No, don't come down here right now. Hollis is a nice guy, but right now he's got a job to do. He's ready for it to be over so we can get on his bike. So just remember, bikes, Biloxi, and today, crawfish all go together.